Yep. What it do, world? Welcome to the very first episode of the Str8 Poppin Podcast. I am JJ Mouse.
And I'm your other host, Rob Genesis. Welcome. We
Welcome.
finally put this together, man.
Yes, we finally got everything together because this is something that him and I've been working on for a while, man. And it's crazy. It took me leaving the city of Memphis, and it's like, why didn't we come up with this 4 or 5 years ago?
Because, man, we couldn't figure out the right platform or app to use, but we finally here.
Yeah, and
And,
just
and
think,
just think, well, we've been thinking about this idea, what, 2, 3 years now?
yeah, 2 3 years, and what made us really start doing this because we're both big podcast fans, especially Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe in the mall
Joe,
parks,
Drink Champ,
Drink
Nori,
Champ, um,
TK Kirkland,
TK Kirkland,
uh, Hot
really,
Boxing with Mike Tyson.
uh,
Plenty. Brilliant
really
Idiots,
good,
Charlie, man.
yeah, and we was like really just talking, and it was like, bro, most of our phone conversations sound like podcast episodes.
Yes. And so, why not just record them motherfuckers with you, the
It's,
viewers?
so
And while we on that topic right now, since we talking about music and hip hop podcast we just named, um, gotta get into a serious moment. It's the anniversary of one music legend that we all know by the name of Tupac Shakur.
rest in peace.
Um, Trailblazer, a lot done in his life before the tender age of 25, and it's just crazy how some of the lyrics from his music is still relevant to today, even when it comes to police brutality.
And just
Us as black people, as races coming together, making a change.
And that just goes to show you how ahead of his time he was, man. Like with him being gone for 24 years and he's still relevant far as topic of discussion. Is he the best rapper? And just people still keep Pac name in their mouth. And it just lets you know how big his impact was while he was here and what he was destined to do before his untimely death, man. So he is definitely missed. My favorite Pac album for myself will always be Me Against the World.
And I agree with you, man. There's a different Pop before he got thugged out with Suge.
That's
Still genuine Pop, troublemaker, movie star at the time, everything.
yes, man. And I ain't gonna even front. I'm not gonna lie and act like it really hit me. It didn't. His death didn't really affect me until I got like into my teen years, because that's when I was like heavily into music and I started understanding the stuff I was listening to. Because we was 7 when Pac died,
And
6 or
see, at the
7.
time, I was listening to Tupac because my stepdad, all he listened to was Tupac at the time. A lot of whole old school, and at the time, West Coast rap. It just was shocking to me to see that on the news. I still remember watching it on the news. And I was telling my mom, I was like, Mama, Tupac got shot. He dead or something. And she like, boy, he ain't dead. And, they said, he lived for what, 7 days before he
Six,
passed?
7 days, I think.
And as a kid, I'm like, okay, Pac didn't live, but something in my head was just like, Pac probably lived because at the time, I'm like, how the hell Hail Mary come out and he died such and such months ago? But it made me think he was still alive, and we all believed in the 7 day theory. If y'all don't know what the 7 day theory is, YouTube it. It's many people who believe that Pac could be alive and fake his death. Hence
Just
the name Machiavelli.
Yeah, just to see what people would think of him and what people say and stuff. It's just basically expose the fake, expose the fraud, man. But you know,
How many times did you go back to actually hear this say Suge shot me?
man, so many
Be real.
times, so many times on that damn Machiavelli album. As soon as you play,
I like, what the fuck is they hearing? What he say Suge? If he said Suge shot me, he ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
and it's just what. Uh, Rest in peace to Tupac. You always
Yeah, man.
you will always be remembered as the legend that you are. You was taken
Yeah.
from us so soon, man. Too soon. You was taken from us too soon, Pac. So may you rest in peace, my brother.
And your own quotes, my brother, you are appreciated.
Yes,
definitely.
you definitely your work and everything you've done is appreciated. All right. Since
Speaking of work,
what's up?
speaking of work, what you been listening to lately, man?
I'm on. I'm still listening to the Big Sean album. I'm on Conway album actually.
Okay, I just started Conway album.
I
Big
just
Sean album is good, man. And it's like I don't want to compare it to Detroit One, but I try not to do it. But it's good. It's good though, man. I'm
it's.
fucking with it.
I
And then
think it's time.
That song with Nip, dog, almost made me forget Nip out here, man. That
Man,
shit hard.
it is. It is. But I think where he really put the pressure on himself is when he named it Detroit 2. And, and you trying to compare it to when the first Detroit came out, this is after Sean had his success. The first album came out. And, well, hold on. Was Hall of Fame out doing it before this or after?
Hall of Fame came
Was it,
afterwards.
was it,
That's
so,
why we didn't like Hall of Fame that much because it was like he didn't top it.
oh, because we was like, Detroit.
This should have been the album.
Yeah, and you know what? I do remember now. I do remember now. That's exactly what we said. We was like, damn, that should have been the album. Actually, a lot of people said that. But shout out to Big Sean because he's you can see you can really tell he's grown as an artist. Going back to his finally famous mixtapes and where he is now, you can tell he's found peace. He's matured a lot. Uh, his content is, I guess, let's say much mature also. But you still on some songs you still get that same back in the day Sean because he feel like he got to still show motherfuckers he with it. But
Exactly. At this age, as you progress in the hip hop game, you gotta still show people that you got it. You can't just be out here just with this whack ass shit. You gotta keep coming with it.
that's
And you
true. That's
speak of
true.
growth, right? I've been listening to Young Boy new album.
I'm gonna check it
Fuck
out.
me
I'm
up.
gonna check it out.
Fuck me up. It's good, bro.
I'm gonna
And I
check it out.
normally wouldn't listen to him,
I'm gonna
but
check it
that
out.
shit bomb.
I'm gonna check it out because I'm hearing a lot of people say that. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna definitely check it out. But before we leave, Big Sean's, like I said, his album's pretty good. Shout out to him for having the number one album in the country. He sold 110,000 his first week. So this is his third number one album. So big up to Sean. Big up to him.
Big up to Sean, man. And what you want to talk about your boy Takashi, man?
Man, my boy, that's your man.
Hey, man.
Your man's B.
They said he was supposed to sell over 100K, man. And what happened is, they said it was something about the bundle packages he had with the album, and they wouldn't let it go. But
They said
Takashi did sell
no,
50,000.
the bundle packets were included. I read that today.
Oh no, man.
The bundle packets were included. That
Uh-huh.
they were included. But I honestly think this is not gonna affect him. Because he can still drop stuff, he can still drop stuff on YouTube, it's still gonna go millions and millions of views. He's more successful at singles. That's why I think that's his lane. He should just stick to keep. I mean, he can drop projects, but
He can draw projects, but you gotta admit, bro, when his album came out, they blackballed that man. I can understand what Takashi did, but he's still an artist, man. You don't have to blackball him off the new drop Friday list on Spotify and so forth, man.
and then
They
nobody
had to do him
wanted
like
to
that.
interview him. Nobody. The Breakfast Club, Gilly, Joe turned it down.
He did a Shade Room interview.
Damn.
That's it. That's it. But they still tuned in to watch it because for some odd reason, this snitch what they want to call him. You know,
I don't
they
get it.
they
Like
people still tune in to see what he's doing. They still do.
even academic turned down the interview, and I was really
And
shocked.
that's his man. That's fucked up. But
Yeah,
I think maybe Complex wasn't having that shit.
yeah.
Think
With him being on the contract with Complex, I'm pretty sure stuff like that come into play. All right. Before we wrap everything up, let's talk about Power, the new Power.
Ooh, I hope everybody's seen by the time they watch this episode 2 of book 2. There's some spoilers ahead, so you don't want no spoilers. Go on, skip on through this part. But I got to applaud this season, man. The growth of Tariq. That little
Man,
motherfucker, I couldn't stand his ass the past seasons, but he's
now
showing. He's
it's
showing
like
his smarts.
it's like a balance. It's a love and hate thing. And when someone basically makes you have a love-hate relationship with them as far as their character, that means they're doing their job. And you can just see that his acting chops is like really improved, man. And especially like from all the movies he's been in. Have you ever watched the movie, the Love movie with him and Common?
Oh, I remember seeing a meme when they said, nobody can raise this kid. But yeah,
Yeah,
I remember seeing that movie. And he did a good job though.
yeah,
It
he
wasn't
did.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, man, he has really improved, man. He's really improved. So I like how everything is turning out as far as because a lot of people expect this to be bad. They expected to flop because without Ghost being there. And I want to see what's going to go on with because Tommy is getting his own spinoff, so I can't wait to see that.
And I think Tommy is gonna be book 3. I think book 2 is gonna be Kanan and how Ghost came up, won't it? Or how
Yeah.
Kanan came. And
I
see,
yeah, I think it's Raising Canaan. That's exactly what it's called, Raising Canaan.
what tripped me out about this recent episode of Power, it's like everything that we was pissed off about at Tariq in the last season. It's like, damn, you hard headed motherfucker. Ghost been trying to tell you this shit this whole time, and now you wanna listen when he dead, and
Now
then you realize this shit at the funeral is what through one of your relatives that who should have been told you this, but it took your uncle to tell you what Ghost tried to come up out of instead of you listening to Ghost himself.
exactly, man.
Tariq, you little bad motherfucker, but he's finessing the game just like Ghost would, and I can see his buddy from Cho possibly being the new Tommy because of that power. It's a power move, and it's
Yeah,
just it was
yeah,
great storytelling so far, man. I'm super glued. It didn't. This season so far haven't lost me like last season when you get those 2-3 episodes full of bullshit and
and
like
it's
what the
like,
fuck is going on?
it's like, what the fuck is going on with the writing? But
Exactly.
one
They
thing
coming back full force with this. Method Man's getting good acting out of this. Mary J. Blige especially, man. She
when
got
on our future episodes,
real.
we're gonna talk about uh rappers who turn actors. I think Method Man always get left off the list. That's for a future episode. We're gonna talk about that, but I feel like Method Man gets left off that list,
Yes,
especially
he does, especially in The Wire.
yet have even with the little low but with the independent movie he did with Adam Sandler, The Cobbler. I like that.
Yeah, he's good. You're right though. People do keep him off the list. It's always they go to LL or they go to 50
Or
or they go
Q.
to Common. L Cube, of course. To
So
this point, it's almost you almost forget Cube rapping, man. He's such
that's,
a good
that's
actor,
true. That's true.
but he does. But some people don't count it as that. Or they put Snoop in there too.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to dive into before we end this very first episode, brother?
Mm, I guess we can talk about Gladys a little bit.
Well,
I mean, not Gladys, Patty and Gladys. And motherfuckers was thinking Patty was gonna crush it. No, dog.
I
Gladys
missed.
came in there with some shockers, man.
Yeah, I missed it, man. I fell asleep. I had a toothache, so I missed it. But
But Patty came in there stunned a little bit, man. She had a red bottom, different ones and shit. You should have saw this shit. I'm gonna show my mama that or something, man.
oh
Put
man.
on the YouTube on the TV, dog.
But it's just it was a celebration, man, because those are two legendary, iconic musical artists that's a part of our black culture, and
Yeah.
they basically deserve all the praise they can get. And shout out to Brandy and Monica, who broke a lot of records with their versus battle. And shout out to everyone who's been doing the versus battle, man. I enjoyed the Snoop and
Man,
DMX. I enjoyed Nelly and Luda, so I enjoyed it all.
man, that's is a win for the fans, man. You can take winners or losers in it, but it's a win for all of us,
That is very
definitely.
true. That is very true. All right, man. We're gonna
But
wrap
this,
this up.
oh man, see, I was trying to do it, man.
What you
Yeah,
trying to
we're
do?
gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up the first episode, man. Your boy Rob Genesis, man.
I'm the boy JJ Moss, man. Be on the lookout for our Instagram page, Facebook page, and also Therefore, you can also we are going to be on Anchor also. So therefore, you guys can get our podcast on Apple, Spotify, and all the other podcast streaming platforms, man. So be on the lookout. And
And
also,
then
what's
our
up?
IG tag will be at S.U.P Podcast, S-U-P-P Podcast,
Definitely,
and definitely. So the S.U.P stands for straight up popping, man. We
exactly.
had another clever ass name, but some bitch ass niggas took it.
Don't,
So
don't even
got
mention it, man. All right, man.
it.
I'm your boy
All right,
JJ Mouse,
I'm your boy Rob Genesis, man.
and this is a
One.
straight up popping podcast, and we out.
All right.